Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a topic that's super important for anyone looking to boost their English fluency and communication skills. Social interaction. Yes, we are talking about making friends, having conversations, and navigating social situations all in English. It might sound a bit daunting, but trust me, it's also incredibly rewarding. Let's get into it. So, why is social interaction so very crucial for language learning? Well, think about it. When you're chatting with friends, debating a topic, or even just making small talk, you're using English in a real, authentic way. You're not just memorizing vocabulary or grammar rules. You're actually communicating, expressing yourself, and connecting with others. And that, my friends, is where the real magic happens. Strategies to improve your English through social interaction. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. How can you actually improve your English through social interaction? Well, let's dive into the practical ways that you can enhance your English skills by connecting with others. Here are some strategies to get you started. Find your people. Language exchange meetups. These are gatherings that are designed for language learners to practice with native L1 speakers. And you can find them online or through local language schools. Conversation clubs. Many communities offer conversation clubs where people come together to discuss various topics in English. Hobby-based groups. Join clubs or groups centered around your interests like hiking, knitting, cooking, or board games. This way, you'll have a shared topic of interest to discuss while practicing your language skills. Volunteer organizations. Volunteering is a phenomenal way to meet people, contribute to your community, and practice English in a meaningful context. Don't be afraid to initiate. Start simple. Begin with greetings and basic questions like, what brings you here? Or, have you tried this before? Use open-ended questions. Instead of yes, no questions, ask questions that encourage longer responses, such as, what do you think about? ... Or, how did you get into ... Offer compliments. A genuine, sincere compliment can be a great conversation starter. Try, I love your necklace. It really brings out your eyes. Or, you have a great sense of humor. That really made me laugh. Actively listen. Focus on understanding. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Really listen to what the other person is saying and pay attention to their tone of voice and body language as well. Observe nonverbal cues. Pay attention to facial expressions, gestures, and tone of voice because these can convey a lot of meaning. Ask for clarification. If you don't understand something, don't hesitate to ask. This shows that you're engaged, and it also helps to avoid misunderstandings, which leads to conflict sometimes. Practice makes progress, and progress makes us happy. So consistency is key. Try to incorporate English practice into your daily routine, even if it's just for a few minutes out of your day. Embrace mistakes. Don't be afraid to make errors. They're absolutely 100% a natural part of the learning process, and it shows us that you are taking risks with the language and you are stepping outside of your comfort zone, which is how you learn. Seek feedback. Ask someone who's really proficient in English or even native English L1 speakers or language partners to correct your mistakes and offer suggestions. Celebrate your progress. Acknowledge your improvements, no matter how small, because this will keep you motivated and help you build that confidence. Remember, the key to successful language learning through social interaction is to be proactive, open-minded, and willing to step outside of your comfort zone. The more you practice, the more natural and smooth and enjoyable it will become. Now, let's talk about some specific examples of social interactions so that you get the idea. So you could join a conversation club or a language exchange group. You could attend social events or parties where English is spoken. You could volunteer for a cause that you care about, that's close to your heart. You could take a class like a cooking class or a workshop in English. You could make friends with native English speakers online or in person. Remember, the goal is to create opportunities to use English in a natural and meaningful way. So those are some ideas that I shared with you, but you can also get creative and find activities that you actually enjoy. How to practice. Now that you have some strategies under your belt, let's discuss how to put them into action effectively. Here are some tips to guide your practice. Set realistic goals. Start small. Begin with achievable objectives like, I'll introduce myself to one new person at that meetup, or I'll try using 5 new vocabulary words in conversation this week. Track your progress. Keep a journal or use an app on your phone to record your goals and track improvement over time. This can be incredibly motivating because you see just how far you come. Be patient and persistent. Consistency is key. Dedicate regular time to practice, even if it's just for 10 to 15 minutes a day. But I promise once you sit down and get started, that momentum will propel you forward, and what seems like it's going to take 15 minutes might actually be 30 minutes or an hour. So be consistent with what you do, and also don't underestimate the power of short, frequent sessions, because short, frequent sessions are often more effective than those sporadic, once in a while, long ones. Don't get discouraged. Language learning has its ups and its downs. If you hit a plateau, do not give up. Just try a new approach or focus on a different aspect of language learning and communication. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Like I said, mistakes are opportunities to grow. View errors as a chance to learn and to improve. And certainly don't let the fear of making mistakes hold you back from speaking. There's really nothing worse than that, because if you are too afraid to speak, then you never will, right? So don't be afraid. Embrace correction. When somebody corrects your English, be grateful for the feedback. Don't take it like a personal attack on you or your English or your accent or your pronunciation or your grammar. It's a piece of feedback that you can use. And it shows that they're invested in helping you improve. They care about your progress. Celebrate your successes. Recognize milestones. Did you understand a joke in English? Did you have a fun and full conversation without getting stuck? These are wins worth celebrating. Reward yourself. Treat yourself to something that you enjoy when you reach a goal. Positive reinforcement can also boost your motivation. Find a language exchange partner, right? You can find somebody who wants to learn your native L1 language and is willing to practice English with you, so you exchange your languages. And this can be a mutually beneficial arrangement. So if you are an L1 native Spanish speaker and you find an L1 native English speaker who wants to learn Spanish and you want to improve your English, you could easily exchange language that way. Online tutors. Many websites and apps offer online tutoring with qualified English teachers. This can provide structured lessons where you learn grammar and vocab and syntax, and you get some personalized feedback as well. Lastly, have fun. Choose engaging activities. Practice English through activities that you genuinely enjoy and care about, whether it's watching movies, singing songs, playing games, whatever it is, make it fun. Be yourself. Don't try to be someone that you're not when you're speaking English. Just relax, express your personality, and let your true self shine through. Remember, the journey to English fluency is a long one. The journey is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So enjoy the process. Be kind to yourself and celebrate every step forward. All right, that's it for today's lesson. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found these tips helpful. Remember, social interaction is a very powerful tool for language learning. So go out there, connect with others, and watch your English skills soar. Now I want to tell you about our special boot camp challenge. If you are up for a challenge, then you might want to join our year-long communication skills boot camp. You'll get live classes with me and webinars, monthly challenges and web courses, live interactive chats with members, video call meetups in your interest groups, which is a great way to make friends and network, and much, much more. You can find out more at academy.explearning.co or click the links in the description down below. That's it for today's lesson, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, follow the podcast for more language learning and communication tips and tricks. And as always, feel free to leave your questions and comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, happy learning, everyone.